Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to Inner Healer. Today we're going to be talking about mistakes that single dating women make. Now, we all make mistakes. We all have to learn from experience. But sometimes we might just need somebody to give us that little extra oomph, like, hey sis, you know that ain't cool. That ain't right. Like, come on, you doing too much. Baby girl, you just be doing too much. You know what I'm saying? So mistake number one, you've married him in your head already. You done already started planning the wedding, the children. You done already started planning 10, 15 years down the line. Y'all ain't even get past the talking stage. You just met him 2 days ago and you already married to him today. He don't even know that y'all married, but you got this thing going on in your head that y'all married. So now you start to treat him like you guys are married and you're not, because you just met and you have to take things, I wouldn't say slow, but I'm going to say you have to make progress. Every day counts. Every day you're moving one step closer to either chucking your deuces up to him or actually being his wife. But you have to take sort of like baby steps. You can't meet him today and then y'all married tomorrow, because then you're idealizing relationships. You don't know that much about him for you to be in your head putting all this stuff together. Because who knows? Next week, you might not even like him. Next month, next year, you might not even like him anymore. You might see some red flags that are a no-go for you. And that's going to be the end all be all, right? You can't marry somebody who has those red flags in the beginning that you know are your non-negotiables. Mistake number two, you're being very unapproachable. Sometimes you're unapproachable because you still got bull over there that you still letting hit from time to time because you think that he's going to change. Well, bull over there ain't going to change. Well, bull over there. Bull over there, and he's not changing. But now you got bull over here, this gentleman that's trying to progressively move further with you, and you done already wrote him off as probably the nice guy, probably the simp, the clown, all of those things that people try to portray as a man that's just being a gentleman. Instead of having bull over there. Him over there he's not going to change. He's still a dog. Ruff, ruff. So because he's not going to change, you have to be the one to change. And when you change, then you safely start to date. Open yourself up to different things. You might find that you like this gentleman. You don't want a roughneck anymore. Number three, you just not ready to be cuffed. You still in that season where you like, I'm not ready to settle down yet. It's just not time yet. Maybe you still want to be out here, acting and popping or something. You know what I'm saying? You're not at that stage where you want to be cuffed yet. You're not ready to lock it down. You didn't find Mr. Forever yet. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. That's actually great, especially if you're healing, especially if you're not ready to open yourself up to someone else again. You could be healing the process. You could be in the healing process. But when you are ready, just don't take that hurt with you. Don't jump in and think that all men are the same. Because if you have a bad taste in your mouth about men, you've been with males, but not a man yet. And when you're in the healing process, you're not humping on anyone either. You're in the celibacy stage. You're in the stripping everything that you've once known because you want to start fresh. When you're sitting still and you're alone, that's when you learn yourself. That's when you learn what you actually like and what you don't like. A lot of times what you're used to dealing with is not even what you actually like. It's just what you're used to. It's the environment that you're in that's all you know. Expand your horizons. Go to different places. You'll meet a lot of different people. It's a big world out here. These days, you're not just stuck with knowing the people in your town, in your city, in your state. You can be on the West Coast and meet somebody on the East Coast on some app or something, social media, some kind of app, and y'all connect. And now somebody about to move their whole life to a whole different time zone later on down the line after you heal. But that's just an example. You don't have to be stuck in your city to meet someone that is compatible with you. Number 4, high expectations for your league. You want somebody that's getting 6 figures, but you don't even know how to get 30,000. You have to take those baby steps. Of course, as women, we all want someone that's going to take care of us. I get it. I totally get it. But where are you meeting these people? Have realistic expectations. Me personally, I'm all for hypergamy. I'm all for it. I believe the man is the provider and the protector. I believe that he should take care of you. But if you're just meeting him, or because when you're just meeting someone, you're still single. So as a single person, what are you expecting from him? Okay, if he does get 6 figures or above, what are you expecting from him when you first meet him? It's not too much that you can expect from someone that you just met. You have to work towards that. Because again, what if you find out next month that you don't even like him? That goes back into, what do you bring to the table? What can you bring to the table if this is the standard that you want? You want him to be up here. Are you up here with him? Are you up here at that same level? Because you get with him and you figure out what it takes to be with someone who's a high earner. What are you going to do? Are you going to fumble on that relationship? Absolutely be very choosy with your energy. Very choosy. Don't let nobody play on your top. You know what you want. So you have to be working on improving yourself so that you can get there. So that you can meet these kind of people. Because these are not everyday walking around the street kind of people that you're going to meet. A high earner like that. So as I'm saying, don't let anyone play on your top. Don't try to play on no one else's top either. Don't try to finagle your way in, finesse your way into a situation and you fumble because you don't know how to handle it. I personally believe that a person inviting you into their world is way more valuable than them asking you out on a date. Because if they invite you into their world, like when they're going running errands or something like that, you get to know way more about them. You get to know way more intimate details about them. So now you'll be on the day-to-day operations. You'll know how this person is able to be as successful as they are. But guess what? You're not going to be able to be with them every single day, because if you want someone that's that successful, what are you doing? You can't be with them all day if you're successful as well, because then things start to slack. Set that time aside where you're going to spend time, where you're going to get to know this person to see if this is who you actually want to deal with. You might find out that he's too snobby for you. You might find out that he's a pushover. You can do whatever. And hopefully you don't want somebody that you can push all over. Because again, you're not supposed to finesse anyone. You're not supposed to try to finagle your way into situations. Number 5, ignoring the red flags. You saw that toxicity. Address it or go ahead and walk away. No harm, no foul. Especially if it's something that is a non-negotiable for you. Get gone while there's still no strings attached. Number 5, thinking that your king is someone else. Too many times you miss out on your husband because you still want to deal with bull over there. You might have to switch up your type. You might have to switch up everything that you like. Give someone a chance that you feel like is not your type. And see how much y'all click. Y'all might have a lot more in common than you think. Especially if you're looking for change. If you're really, truly healing. But some people be on that fake healing. And they still got that dusty energy on them. So they still going to be over there with bull because he dusty and they dusty too. Or better yet, no one's actually dusty. People have dusty tendencies because anybody can be polished. You just have to want that change so that you can be more polished and not have that dusty energy on you, because it's disgusting. Ugh. Number 6, not setting any boundaries or not having boundaries. A lot of women are getting into situationships that they really don't want to be in. They want to be in a committed relationship. But because they didn't have boundaries in the beginning, guess what he did? He thought that he could just string you along. We're not into doing things that we don't want to do. So if a situationship is not what you want, then don't even give off that kind of energy. Don't even let him think twice. Don't even let him think for once that he's going to be able to pull that one over on you. The older you get, the more you're dating for marriage, for commitment. Not just to have someone that's going to rub on your butt here and there. Don't let him come, take up space, being all in the way. And you miss Mr. Right. Fooling with Mr. Wrong over there. Number 7. The prettiest people do the ugliest thing for the road to riches and diamond rings. Don't change who you are to fit the mold of someone else. Change because you want to change. Not because you're trying to finesse something. Be you unapologetically. They're either going to take it or leave it. Who was that? Mary J. Blige? Take me as I am or have nothing at all? Yeah. And then we're not even going to get into, you're not even actually changing for the man. You're changing so that you can compete with another woman. Nowadays, everybody's looking just alike. He don't know who to choose because y'all both look alike. So he like, why not just have both of them? Be you. Stand out. Don't look like everybody else. In a crowd full of people, you don't want to look just the same as everyone else. You want to be that diamond in the rough. You want to be that, you know what I'm saying? He trying to get at that. Make you his wifey for lifey. That was so corny. Now that video was a video on mistakes that single dating women make. If you like what you heard in this video, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Peace.